the three graduates who did criminology, but then again, so that this is a career they don't want to venture in and pursued their passion, which is fashion.
Thank you, Caro, for having me. That particular feature was very enlightening, actually, and it does not only speak about the three characters or the personnel that we saw there, but then also talks about the story about many Kenyans out there. Many youth and Kenyans go out into school and into the industry, but then it's only in future that they're able to get their passion and get their bearing right.
Okay. Now coming to you, we want to hear your story. We want to, the only thing we know right now is that you are an engineer, but you decided to quit your job. You tell us your story, and at what point did you decide to quit your job to pursue your passion, which is you're now a real estate professional?
Okay, yes, I am an engineer. Initially, I studied mining engineering and as undergraduate, and also pursued a master's in petroleum engineering. But then, even as the years went, I realized I really wanted to do something in business. And well, getting in business in that particular industry was very costly. So that's how I was able to weigh my options and see if I can choose another industry which I'll be able to get into comfortably.
Okay, but was this something you always wanted to do? Or maybe something you realized along the way that I want to pursue real estate, or I have passion for maybe the career that you ventured into?
Well, not particularly real estate, because even after I quit my job, actually, I started with a car wash. I owned a car wash before, so I didn't get into real estate directly, but then I just got into business slowly, and then I was able to find my niche.
Okay, so how was the transition like for you from a job that maybe, I don't know why you pursued it? Is it something that maybe like our case study that your parents now advised you need to follow this engineering path, or is it something that you had or wanted to do? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so engineering is always something I've always wanted to do for as long as I can remember. Even as we were growing up, maybe some of the courses that would make us envy would be being doctors, engineers, being a lawyer. And on my end, being an engineer, I can remember, is something I've always wanted to do in life. And well, I was able to achieve that, all right? But then also business is also something I always wanted to do.
How has the journey been like?
It's been quite hard.
And really. How many years have you been in business?
So now, since 2013, I've been in business. The transition was quite slow from employment. It's not something I woke up, then the next day I was in business. It's something I was able to balance a day at a time, until maybe at one point you realize, okay, now maybe what I'm making out there in business is more equal or close to what I'm earning. So now I was able to make the decision to step aside.
Okay. From our feedback, when I was sampling one of the things that came out boldly was that you start a side hustle before you even decide to quit your job and follow the passion that you are into. Is this something that you did yourself? Or?
Yeah, yes, that's correct. As we've heard from there, it's always best to just start slow, because you don't expect to start business or to start an entrepreneurship venture and it kicks off the next day. And in most cases, it doesn't. Actually, they say 60% of the chances your business won't work. All right. So even to guys employed out there, I want to tell them, just start slow. See how things are working out, because in between, you're able to change from one venture to another until you find exactly what you want to do.
But how did you get your capital? And was it your savings, or was it, since you had said it's not something that you had always wanted to venture into, or even when you started with your car wash business, was it because of the savings that you had where you were in employment?
Yes, exactly. Since I was working, maybe I worked for about 5 or so years. And in between, I was able to save a little money and there. And like you said, once you're starting small, means even the money you're starting with, it doesn't have to be huge. All right, you can start with as little as your first day, what you have to sell that day will cost.
Okay.
And then from there, you're able to know whether you're counting your losses or it's something you want to go ahead with.
Okay. Do you think there's some sort of pattern or formula maybe to become a successful entrepreneur?
Yeah, yes, there is. And it's not cast on stone. It just basically depends on someone's discipline and passion and dedication. As long as, especially dedication and discipline, as long as you have those, then things will start to fall in place.
Okay. What would you say are your top 3 skills that you used as an entrepreneur that made you successful in your path that you pursued? And also, what's your net worth since you started your business? You said you started your business in 2013, right?
Yes.
Share with us your net worth so far.
Okay, so I could easily say my venture from the way we began was due to my passion to speaking to people. I'm always keen on communication. I'm always keen on meeting people from day to day. And venture, especially in the real estate industry, is something you're able to meet personnel out there. You're able to hear people's stories. You're able to hear what people are looking out there in the world.
Okay. Maybe as we come to a close, what would you tell that person who is sitting in that job and he's thinking of quitting, but he doesn't know where to start and he wants to venture into this passion that is a driving factor for him?
So I would easily communicate that the best is just to start small and just find something that you love doing, all right? Even you should also appreciate your job because that's where you're getting your earning from. From what I've talked to people out there, most people say, I don't love this job. But then that's where you're getting your money from. That's where it's paying your rent, it's paying your expenses. But then your business, while you're starting, it's not. In any case, it's eating into your money until that particular time when your business is able to support you. Then in that case, you're able to step aside comfortably and do something else.
Okay, thank you so much. That has been Samuel Gitari, who is the CEO of Rosam Real Estate, who actually quit his career path, that is engineer, that is petroleum engineer, and pursued his passion, which is now, he's now into real estate. Now, we take a look now at what's happening in the world of sport with Sean Osimbo after this short commercial break.